What is up, fight fans? We are back for another episode of The Real and the Rare. I'm your host, as always, Steven Rychel. We got a special interview for you tonight. Special time. We got UFC Middleweight Tresean Gore. Week removed from an amazing performance. Tresean, appreciate the time for you this evening, my friend.
Yes, sir, man. It's a pleasure being up here with you.
Been a while, man. It's been a few years since we were able to talk. Me and you be able to sit down and have a conversation. You know, you've been through some trials, some tribulations, injuries, losses, everything in between.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, that what we seen from you last weekend was probably the most comfortable I've seen you inside the octagon since you signed with the UFC. Couldn't have been happier to see you get your hand raised and get a submission victory, my friend.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
So what's it like out there in Arizona? You got some vets out there. You got some great guys to work around, some great coaches. What's it like being a part of that gym, that culture out there?
I mean, everybody here wants to be great. You know, like everybody is chasing greatness. Even Benson Henderson, he's already won the championship belt in the UFC, but he's still in there every day. You know, like so. When you're around greatness, you become great, and also I've been wanting it my whole life. You know, since I was 10 years old, I wanted to be the best fighter ever in the UFC and all this, that, and the third. But I just felt like I just needed to put myself around the right company, and I feel like I did that. And I feel like I also had to discipline myself and cut certain things out of my life that was hindering me.
Listen, it takes a real man to admit those things, my friend. Like that you need to make changes in yourself, in your life. You need to cut this out, cut that person out, particularly. Like
Yeah.
being self-aware of knowing things that you need to change in your life and then going to implement them to make yourself better. I think that's a vital part of being a man these days. Some people don't want to take those responsibilities and they use everything under the sun as an excuse as why they don't have this or that. And
Yeah.
it's
I mean, man, like when you follow the Lord Jesus, like the Holy Spirit is gonna direct you, and like you know, I kept feeling conviction with the life that I was living, and I know I had to cut it out. Um, not just for my UFC career, not just for the things that I want, but mainly for God. I quit mainly because I wanted to be obedient to God and what He wanted me to do, and I'm gonna continue to be obedient to Him, and we're gonna see how far I could take this. You know, I said I would be double champion in a year, which I was. I was just a guy that just believed in myself, and I still do believe in myself in that way. But I realized that I gotta take one step at a time. You gotta take one win at a time, one moment at a time. You can't look too far in the future. You gotta just go and just chip away at it, chip away at it. You know, I've been hearing the people say this a lot. You can't eat an elephant in one bite. You gotta bite it steadily. You know, and that's what I'm doing. I'm biting it steadily now, and pretty soon, man, my stomach gonna be filled with elephant. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, man. It's refreshing hearing these things from you. You know, being self aware, knowing where you're at, and there's nothing wrong with setting those goals for yourself. You know, and you know, it's not to sit there and say you're looking too far in the future, but just having that mindset, like this is the level I think I'm capable of, and I know I can achieve these goals at the same time. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So I mean, you're in one of the toughest divisions out there, man. The middleweight division has always been one of the premier weight classes. You know, not just in the UFC, just in MMA and combat sports in general. So you know, what do you think it's going to take to get you to get after some of these ranked guys, and who are some of those matchups you would be entertaining when you want to see yourself get put up against?
I want to fight Renier the Ritter. I want to fight. I did want to fight Bo, but then when I seen him get slaughtered by Renier, now I want to fight Renier. I did want a rematch with Marco Tulio, but then when I seen him get beat by Chris Leroy Duncan the way he did, now I want to fight Chris Leroy Duncan. You know, I don't want no sloppy seconds. You know, even though Marco got me that night, like he got a pothead tray. He got the tray that was smoking weed the day of our fight. You know what I mean? Undisciplined, eating all types of food, having to lose like 15 pounds before our fight. That's the tray he got. So he was the better man that night, of course. But I would whoop his ass like if I actually like I had a disciplined camp. Um, but like I said, I don't even want to like. I will fight him if the UFC tries to give me a rematch against him. I'll fight him next month. You know, but I want the guy that knocked him out now. I want Chris Leroy Duncan. I want Atiba. I want what's his name? What's the dude's name? Yuzuri Bogorov. I want the best guys, and I believe I will beat the best guys. And I know it's just talk now, but soon it will be here. Soon it will be here. I will be living in those shoes of greatness that I'm speaking of. And it's a matter of time, man. Nobody's gonna stop me. They're not holding me back. They're not sending me backwards. I'm only going forward from here.
Now you were just
And I
talking.
know I'm talking with a little bit of a list, but I had to get 4 stitches in my lip, so that's why I kind of
Hey,
like
listen, man, you
fumbling
were
on my
you were
lip.
real poor, man. I'm not gonna fault you for that, man. You got to take care of yourself first. One of our sponsors over here is Fight Wax. Maybe I get them to send you some stuff to help you up a little bit faster.
Hey, man, whatever y'all want to do, man, I'm down for it.
You were just talking about one of your recent lawsuits. You were sitting there saying you were smoking. So is that one of the things you cut out of your life? You no longer entertain Mary Jane no more.
Nah, man, it's going on for 6 months now since I smoked weed, and God kept convicting me, man. Like I just my kids would be in the house playing, and my wife would be talking on the phone, giggling with the family in South Carolina, and I'll be outside in the back trying to get high, trying to watch dumb little shows, trying to be in my own element, constantly, smoking before I go to the gym, smoking when I leave the gym, smoking before a meal, smoking before going here, smoking before going there. And I got tired of being a slave to it. Like the week I fought Marco Tulio, uh, I smoked every day of that week with my coach Joe Riggs. You know what I mean? Like I was in the back of the hotel smoking. Just undisciplined, man. Living a life that wasn't gonna get me the things that I wanted to get, and I was doing it because I was comparing myself to other people. Like some of my training partners that made it to really high levels. They did it. They did it before big fights. Which I'm not gonna call no names, but I'm talking about people who fought for titles, UFC titles, like smoking. And I compared myself like, oh, they could do it, I could do it, but God got a different calling for me. I got a different place I'm supposed to be in life, and I quit, and I'm not going back to it. I'm happy the way I am. I'm content. I'd rather live out the high of winning than live out the high of any substances. And I'm not saying weed is evil by any means, but
I know
doing
what
it
you're
too
talking about.
much is
I
evil.
quit recently too, and I was a heavy smoker for almost 20 years,
Yeah.
and just like after a few weeks went by, it was like that crutch that I used to hold on to for whatever it was. I needed it for this, I needed it for that. It's not there anymore, and it's one of those. It's kind of like what you were just alluding to, like I needed before I go out to here, or needed it before. Now it's just like one of those things. It's like, why was I sitting there wasting my time for it? Like, why was I sitting there using it? I need it for this, I need it for that. I mean, sure, it'd be great for in certain situations, like for managing soreness and stuff like that when you're going through a hard camp or something like that.
I
I
mean, I
get
don't even think you need it for that, man. Like I feel like shit. Use some ice. Take an ice bath. Like get in a hyperbaric chamber. Like there's different ways to do it than just
yeah.
smoking weed. Like I feel like weed is not for us athletes that want to be on top of our stuff. Like don't get me wrong. There's UFC champions that do it. Don't get me wrong. There are. But are these UFC champions that make Anderson Silva runs? Are these UFC champions that make GSP runs? No, they're not. They defend it once or twice and then they're gone. I want to be legendary. I want to be remembered.
I'm glad you literally just said those names, because that's one of the things I want to talk to you about. I seen this ridiculous post go up, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this, because obviously guys like us, we've been nerds of combat sports for since its inception almost, right? So I
Yeah.
came across this the other day, and it was basically someone said unpopular opinion. Fighters like George St. Pierre and Anderson Silva were dominant because they fought in weaker eras. Sitting there saying, like, I guess these eras were tougher than those eras that those guys went through. I completely disagree with it.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, man, these people are pioneers of the sport. Like they were, the competition and the things that were the moves that were done back then weren't the level of today. But at the same time, that's like saying that Sugar Ray Robinson wasn't great. That's like saying that Muhammad Ali wasn't great. These people, they fought in times where you didn't have the Terrence Crawfords, the Shakur Stevensons, the Floyd Mayweathers, but when you see their style, when you see their charisma, when you see their leadership skills, you see that, like, okay, these people stood out. They were pioneers, and that's what I am. I'm a pioneer. Like I'm on my way to that. I'm a leader. I don't follow trends. I set trends. And I'm one of those type of fighters, and I'm gonna show that one step at a time. Uh, like I said, like I think Anderson Silva and GSP are great fighters. I think the sport wouldn't be where it is without them. And at the end of the day, man, like yeah, they are. There are some people, there are. The sport is. I'm sorry, I got a little distracted looking at Hokett flick off Curtis Blades. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I hope Curtis Blades beats his ass, bro. Like that
So
dude.
do I love Curtis Blades. He's one of these guys that dude, you can root for him no matter what.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, shit, man. GSP and Anderson Silva, bottom line, like when I see Anderson
They're
Silva throwing
Mount
all those,
guys of combat sports. It doesn't matter what X pundit says or B pundit says.
dude. Remember when Anderson Silva did those knees in the clinch with Rich Franklin? Like that probably wouldn't fly today because you got guys throwing overhands and hooks and shit like that. But dude, like it's an iconic moment. You know what I mean? Like you can't do it. Sport wouldn't be the same without those guys. Bottom line.
I agree. They wouldn't be the same. Like that's why I just said like they're like Mount Rushmore type guys. Like the sport wouldn't be, you guys wouldn't be on Paramount today if it wasn't for the blood, sweat, and tears of an Anderson Silva, of a George St. Pierre.
Exactly.
Those OG veterans.
Yep. Exactly, bro.
And
okay.
It's we live in this weird time. It's just like anyone does anything to tear down to the greatness of others, and it's just so weird to me. It really is.
Damn. Oh shit. Hogan's running them down, like running down Curtis.
He just put an 8 Diaz, flipping him the bird too.
Yeah, but I mean, he's gonna gas himself out if he keeps doing that. Curtis, right now, if I was Curtis, I would just weather the storm and just be smart.
Keep that guard high.
Yeah, Curtis is like having his hands. Curtis's hands are not high enough right now.
Already on his back now. Here we go.
Like right now, just pepper him. Move. Don't stand there. Pepper him. Move. Faint. There's no feints right now. That's why the heavyweight division is like it is, because there's not much technique. Like there's no feints. That takedown was not set up properly. Like
neither was that. That was just stupid.
Right now, Curtis just needs to ride him. Just take his time. Be smart. Slam him on his ass, make him get up. Slam him on his ass, make him get up. Right now, Curtis could separate and fucking elbow him hard right now. Like, one thing I realize, man, is you got to use technique in this game. Like, you can't sit there and just brawl people. That shit gets old. It does not work on a higher level.
The brawler's done. The brawlers is meant for other type of sports like bare knuckle and stuff like that. Like that.
Look at him. Hogan's already tired. Do you see that? He's already fucking tired.
Curtis got a good gas tank tonight. It's gonna be a rough one for Hogan.
Curtis took a lot of damage though, and he's bleeding out of the nose. So we're gonna see how durable he is right now, and see like if he can like maintain the damage. Because Hogan is tired. He came out there running, throwing punches. Why? because he felt like he had a point to prove because all the shit he talked, all those dumb antics he did. Now he's gassed out. He could have conserved himself and made, like it just wasn't smart. Oh yeah, let's get back to the interview, man. Like we go watch this shit while
you also hit on a point there. Like everyone's, the heavyweight division has always been the gold standard. Doesn't matter if we're talking boxing, MMA, or whatever. And there's just a lack of stars. There's just a lack of guys separating themselves from the rest of the pack for I don't know whatever.
Beat his ass, Curtis. Beat his ass, Curtis. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Yeah. You flicking people off, bro. Get your ass out the cage. Respect the sport, dog. Respect the sport. Beat his ass. Beat his ass. Yeah.
After he's sitting there doing DX smashes to the ring.
And then now Curtis not being smart. Curtis is not being smart. Like, bro, pick your shot. Stop just swinging. Like, jeez, man.
Yeah.
My bad, man. Let's get to.
Listen, man. It's fun to talk to you guys on Fight Night because we all get a little bit into the fights and we can get back into the interview and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think the heavyweight division holds the weight that it did. Not even 5 years ago, for whatever.
Yeah, they don't fight with technique. Like Hooker just came out there throwing 1-2s. If you go look back at my fight a week ago, like you see me come out throwing a lot of feints, throwing a lot of jabs, snapping right back to my face, feinting kicks, doing spinning back punches strategically. Like you don't see that much in this.
Heavyweight Nate Diaz, except he's not that good.
Yeah. Look at him, like walking around like a
good cardio.
Dude, he's over here walking around like a drunk dude right now.
He's throwing his fingers more than he's throwing punches. His hands are by his waist.
And then his mouthpiece fell out, so now his teeth are probably gonna get knocked out. Like right now, he's acting like this is a UFC game. Like, dude, this ain't no game, brother. All right, let's talk between the rounds.
Oh man, we were just talking about Nate Diaz, and he's been the topic of conversation because he obviously did an interview recently. He was going after Daniel Cormier, and we just had Brandon Schaub make comments about him. He's another one I think that I don't think he's like Mount Rushmore status, but I think he's like star level guy that his name holds weight in the combat sports world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you interested in seeing his matchup on that MVP card at all?
Who is he supposed to be fighting?
Mike Perry.
I got Mike Perry.
Talking about brawlers, right?
Yeah, but I got Mike Perry. Mike Perry has like more. I don't know, more grit. I feel like he has more to prove. Nate Diaz is already a millionaire. Like, you know what I mean? Already fought Connor, already living off the high of that still. Like,
that was kind of like what Brendan was saying, like that Nate's like kind of whored himself out at the end of the career when he's like, the candle's almost done burning. And
exactly.
At the point in time.
Exactly, bro.
Listen, I've always loved to watch Nate fight, and he's got some legendary moments and things like that. But yeah, it's one of these things where when it comes to that matchup, I definitely think just because of how active Mike has been, and being in there against some tough guys, and even in bare knuckle, some of those fights that he has were amazing. Stopping Eddie Alvarez, stopping Jeremy Stevens. He's not beating up on guys he has no business to be in there with. So I mean,
exactly.
So it might be just a paycheck type of night for Nate that night.
Yeah, I think it's a paycheck type of night. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure.
Are you interested in that card at all? Like, I mean, I obviously,
honestly, not really, man. Not really. I don't really watch that too much. You know what I mean? I really just focus on the UFC. Damn,
More
dude.
so you can see who you're going up against, or you just
Curtis is like, I don't
watching your
understand why
fellow brothers and
Curtis.
sisters fight under the banner.
I don't get why Curtis like. It's like, dude, like, jeez, that defense, man. Like it's defense. Like he's just like getting hit with everything. The guy's predictable. The guy's predictable. He wants the 1-2. He wants the 1-2. Now adjust to that. Like I don't know, man. I became way more of a technical man since I quit smoking weed. That's why I see the holes right now. Like Curtis is just standing there with his face right there. The dude Hogan standing there with his face right there. Like, dude, you can't do that shit, man. Like that shit would get you hurt. Like it really will. Like it will get you hurt. Like right now, Hogan is open for a head kick. You stick your head, you just stick your hand out there. If you literally just stick your leg out there, a head kick will land. His head is right there. He's not gonna block it because he's just
right there, head kick, boom, right there, boom.
dude, a head kick, wide open. Wide open. Like right now, bro, like jeez, man. I would beat these guys. Like I'm not a heavyweight, but I don't know, man. I feel like I could do better. But hey, man, these guys are big guys. You know,
Yeah.
definitely can't let them hit me. That's a damn sure.
No. He's hitting them with 1-2s, and Curtis just backing right up.
Yeah, Curtis is done, man. Looks like Curtis is done. Hogan is just a faster heavyweight. Even though I don't like him, he's doing good right now for sure.
Talk about fight IQ all the time. You're just talking about you looking at holes now more than anything.
Yeah, I know. Definitely different than what I used to be. Like I used to just sit there and try to brawl last year. Even when I fought battle, I just was one dimensional. Like, but I'm not anymore, man. I'm doing the things I need to do to,
Is that another thing why you watching more? Just like it's like watching tape almost.
Yeah, kind of, man. Like I just kind of see what I don't need to do if I want to be at the top of the sport, you know. And right now, both of these guys defensively have threw their defense out the window, and they're just fighting with pride and ego right now instead of fighting with technique.
Were you watching the fights earlier too?
Like right now, these dudes are fighting like a Serial Gun or something like that, or like a Tom Aspinall, or like a damn or who else? Who else? Like a damn John Jones or something. Like they will get devoured because they're not doing any defense. They're just kind of just coming for it, just trying to throw big shots, and I don't know.
On each other, no footwork, no nothing.
Yeah.
Were you watching earlier, like when Holland and Brown were fighting?
I was. That was a better fight than this.
It definitely was. Were you surprised that it almost seemed like about midway through that second round they both kind of like let off the gas? Or
no, I wasn't surprised, man. I kind of knew they were gonna do that, you know. I kind of knew they were gonna fight like that, you know. But to be honest, man, like I'm just ready to fight again myself, man. Like, you know, I'm gonna top my last performance by far, and you know, last fight I got cracked pretty good. This fight, the next fight, I'm not gonna be getting hit like that. Uh, yeah.
Yeah,
The best is yet to
here's
come.
the thing: like you got cracked, but you didn't. It didn't take you off your game plan. You didn't stop implementing what you were trying to do. You kept coming forward.
It didn't. That's because it didn't rock me. It just knocked me off. Like it was a flash knockdown. What you call a flash knockdown? Like when I got hit, I fell, but I was still very coherent. Like I knew everything that was going on. I saw the punches he was trying to hit me with. I felt like there's never a time where my legs were gone and wobble. Like you see how these guys get hit and they wobble all over the place. I wasn't in that position. You know what I mean? I just got caught with a good shot. When I fought Tulio, I was wobbly, you know, but like yeah.
Now, we just seen like I think one of my favorite referees retire. Watching Mike Beltran, arguably the best beard in combat sports ever, man. He just retired.
Yeah. That dude shocked me when I first heard him talk, man. He talks like a Mexican, you know what I mean? Like he has a straight Mexican accent, like he talks like a damn one of those Mexican dudes that wear the checkered shirts and
He's from the
shit.
Southwest too, is he not? I know he was like
Hey, this is fight of the night, bro. This is fight of the night right here. This is definitely fight of the night right here for sure.
it's been a war so far, but not a technical one.
Curtis doesn't need to like keep backing up against the cage because every time he backs up against the cage, he gives that dude confidence to come forward. If he stood his ground more and he just stuck out a probing jab and just probed at him a little bit, he would see everything coming at him. But he's not probing. See, that's why it's important when you're throwing punches to not throw everything hard. Some things you don't have to throw hard. Some things you just put out there as a filler. Some things you just put out there as bait. You know what I mean? Whenever you're trapping a rat with cheese, you know what I mean? You're not gonna be holding the rat trap in your hand saying, "Come on, come eat the cheese, rat." You know what I mean? You gotta down stick it. You gotta. Right now he just stuck his hand out there and just probed a little bit, just touched him. He would see stuff, man. That dude wants the 1-2. He wants the 1-2. That's all he wants, right there. That's all he wants is the 1-2.
He's not doing anything else either.
And look at how his jab, when he throws his jab, he brings it right back to his hip. He's open, man.
That head kick, that right head kick is there. If Curtis would just throw it.
The head kick, the right head kick, the left head kick, it's just there. The dude, this guy, man, like he may win this fight, and they're gonna try to hype him up and all that shit, but like he's not good, bro. He's not. Like he just talks a lot of shit, and he sits there and puts on all these antics. But how long does that last? We've seen Kobe Covington. You know what I mean? That shit don't last, man. It just doesn't. You know.
But
It's like right now. You ever heard? I don't know. You don't know about J. Cole, like J. Cole the rapper. Where he talked about like certain rappers that just are for that pretty much are for the teenage kids.
I'm your weekend host, Jonah Green.
Like, hold on.
April.
These guys right here.
The Artemis Aston.
These guys right here. Like that guy, what's his name? Hokit.
Yeah.
He's just for like the teenagers. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my God, Hokit is so cool. But that shit don't last, man. Longevity in the sport, it don't last. You have to be smarter than that. That's my opinion.
I mean, I think fight IQ is kind of the biggest thing I think is missing from.
Like right now, if I was in there with Hokit, I would fuck him up. And I don't care if he sees this interview. I don't care how big he is. Like, if he came to my gym and tried to spar me like this, I'm at MMA Lab, bro. Glendale, Arizona. Come.
Listen,
Come for my next camp. Like I don't care how big he is. You have to have skill behind that bigness, and I don't see much skill there. That's my opinion.
You were just talking about Kobe Covington. What about another fellow middleweight? You think Strickland gets too much hype just because of the nonsense that comes out of his mouth?
Man, Strickland is a good guy, man. I like him. You know, he just Strickland says it how he feels. Like, it's different from this guy. This guy acts like a fucking clown the whole time. You know what I mean? Like Strickland just says.
No, yeah, you're right. That's who Sean is. He's not putting on a persona.
Strickland just speaks on how he feels. It's totally different from this guy's way of moving. This guy's way of moving, he just wants to be a clown and be different characters and all this shit. Like he acts like he's in the WWE. You know what I mean? Head kick right there. Head kick behind the fucking jab. Jeez, man.
Throws the check kick but won't throw the head kick. Come on, Curtis.
It's over, man. It's over. He let the guy win. Now he's gonna get on the microphone and say some bullshit. Oh, I'm a tease. Whatever. Like, he's gonna say some dumb shit, and the crowd is gonna go crazy. Like, you know, he's a definition of a hype train. That's what he is. You know, the dude is the definition of a hype train. The dude is the male Ronda Rousey. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he is.
I think Ronda has more skills on occasion. This guy. She
I know, man.
had a
Jeez,
big
look at that. Look at that. Oh, my God.
The greatest fighter. Hell, she's not even particularly good on the mic. Let's be honest about that. But she's
Look at Dana. Look at Dana. Look at Dana. Dana's like, oh, yeah. You like to get punched in the face. I'm going to sell the hell out of you. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. You talk shit, get punched in the face. I'm going to sell you. Yeah, that right there is fight of the night. You know, that's fight of the night. Hokett won. Let's get back to talking, though, man, because I don't even want to hear this bullshit Hokett has to say.
That's why I still got it on mute.
I ain't no fan of that dude, bro.
I didn't care for what I was seeing from him this week either, but that's kind of like the shtick that kind of gets people noticed. And the only one that really, truly did it well was Chael. Seriously, let's be honest about that. Chael was the only one that really did it well. So,
Chael is another one like Strickland. Like you never really seen a guy like him before that goes through all these characters. He's definitely a different type of guy. He's not Chael nor Sean. He's Hokett. You know what I mean? You know, I can't really compare anybody else that I've seen do the type of shit that he does. But hey, to each his own. That's just not how I move. But let's get back to this shit, man. Fuck that guy.
I just hope they don't put it any weight. You just sitting there saying Dana's smart. No, I hope they don't put any weight behind this guy. Because
they're going to.
That win didn't inspire me any. I don't want to sign up to see more Hokett fights.
They're going to, bro. They're going to. They're gonna hype the hell out of this guy, and it is what it is.
Oh man!
But if he comes to the MMA lab,
you than more of him.
If he comes to the lab, and he tries to spar me, I'm telling you, bro, I will fuck him up. I'm telling you. No, he's a heavyweight.
You got frozen for a second.
How you gonna say you believe in Jesus, but you over here doing the opposite of what Jesus stands for? You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not perfect either. I cuss. You know, I do cuss. You know, I used to smoke a ton of weed, and those without seeing cast the first stone, right? You know, everybody got a little stick in their eye, but it's like, dude, like, come on, bro. Let's get back to the interview, though, man.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks about that is the only thing he's probably gonna get into it is because Curtis is a number 5 ranked heavyweight. So yeah, and he forgot. Yeah. All right. Anyways, hell with that guy. Well, like I said, what we got to do is start seeing more Tresean, because I'd rather see you get hyped up more than this knucklehead, man. Because this is, I mean, is this the way guys get promoted now?
Hey, man, that's how you do it, bro. That's how you do it.
Man, I hope not.
I don't even want to talk about him no more.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I seen this post and I thought it was kind of funny, right? This card collecting guy was trying to unload some of his cards, and the guy that the player that he was trying to unload was actual card collector. Seeing his post and said like, "Hey, shoot me a DM." Are you one of those guys? Do you collect your own trading cards?
No, I don't. I don't ride my own dick too much, man. I know I got work to do, so you know I don't really do that type of shit. Nah.
It's all right. It's all right. Just curious because card collecting is kind of really gotten a lot bigger. I would have to say over the last 10 years. So I was just curious on your thoughts on it. If you collected your own cards or anything like that.
No, I don't, man. I don't do that type of shit.
That's all right, brother. To each their own, man. We all got our things that we enjoy, and a lot of people that are involved in the sports world. That's something that they do. So
yeah.
Did want to say something. A few months ago, we've been seeing these comments that about the women fighters in the UFC was saying that it was stale and it's this. You see Luke Thomas make comments, and you've seen you see Matt Brown make some comments, and it looked like over the last few weeks the ladies have responded. Like even tonight, you see some good fights. Obviously, the crazy fight with Alexa Grasso was and Macy Barber was a crazy finish. Even the Pereira fight of a few weeks ago with that jumping knee was pretty crazy as well. Do you think
Yeah, that was on the same card. That was on the same card as me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep, that was actually a week ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these things. I don't think it's a fair assessment to think that some of these some of the women fights aren't as exciting as some of the guys. A lot of times you hear guys just find ways to tear some of these female athletes down, but I think that a lot of times that they put everything into these fights, and you see it manifest when you get some of these proper matchups, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, man, you can't disrespect the women, man. They trying to fight for their living just like us. And they put more on the line because they got to sacrifice not having babies and shit, all this type of stuff.
Yeah, you do, and it's rare because why am I forgetting her name all of a sudden? Because we did just see a fighter who was under contract. I believe she should still be leave because she wound up having kids. Why am I forgetting her name? Shoot, she's a flyweight.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but like probably Joanna or somebody. I don't know.
Not
But
Joanna.
shit, man, I gotta get off here in a little bit. So
Yeah, I was gonna have one or two more questions and send you on your way. One thing that I do like to ask guys as we're doing things is we always hear the word GOAT being thrown around. Michael Jordan's the GOAT, Tom Brady's the GOAT. Combat sports is the hardest one to say this because you have so many different things to kind of go about. You have MMA, you have boxing, all this other stuff. You got men, you got women. You have so many different weight classes to kind of choose from. So if I gave you an opportunity, we were talking about Mount Rushmore, right? Who would be your Mount Rushmore of combat sports?
Anderson Silva, GSP, John Jones, Jose Aldo, and probably lastly but not least, probably Max Holloway.
Only one I would probably throw in there is Demetrius Johnson. It's just
And yeah, Demetrius Johnson. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot that. Yeah.
It's hard because when you say Mount Rushmore, you get four, but this is what I'm saying. It's so hard because there's so many great fighters, so many different weight classes and stuff like that. It's one of the hardest things to do. I do want to appreciate your time. What I typically do here at the end is kind of throw it over to you, Tresean. And anyone you'd like to thank, training partners, teammates, shoot out your social media sites, any sponsors that you may have that you want to show some love to. The time is yours, my friend.
I would like to thank Jesus Christ, Yeshua Yamashiach. I would love to thank him. I would love to thank Barber Orthopedics, the MMA Lab. I would love to thank my wife for sticking by my side through thick and thin. I'd love to thank McMahon for giving me another contract and letting me know he's going to give me one after he discusses my next matchup. So that's confirmed, thank God. And I just want to thank God, man. That's number one. That's it.
Uh, a lot of the athletes nowadays, when they turn that corner, it seems to be right after they found their beliefs in God, and to each their own. However they do it, whatever gives you that strength to push through to get past those tough situations is I think it's a beautiful thing. I do like I know
this Christ is the only way, bro. Bottom line, it's a lot of world religions, it's a lot of different religions, but Jesus Christ is the only way. He just is. He just is. I know you might be skeptical. There might be people that view that is skeptical, but he's the only way. You know what I mean? All these world religions, Buddhists, Muslims, Hindus, even Satanists acknowledge Jesus. But Jesus doesn't acknowledge them in the Bible. Jesus only acknowledges himself and his Father. You know what I mean? Like Jesus is a historical figure that actually existed. There's historians that wrote about him that weren't even Christian, like Tacitus, Josephus, Dallas. Like you can go look these people up. These are people who weren't even Christian that wrote about him and his crucifixion. So with that being said, I believe that Jesus is the Son of God. I believe that he came as an atonement for our sins. I believe that God, having mercy on his creation, he see that we were sinners and that we want to go and do evil things. So instead of punishing us and sending us to hell, he went and sent his son for the atonement of our sins. To those that believe in him will not die and go to hell, but have everlasting life in heaven if you live a repentant life. If you live a life where you have faith in Jesus. And I've seen him. I haven't seen him physically, but I've seen his work in my life. I felt his presence. And he's changed me, man. From having parents on drugs, deep in the drugs, to coming from the ghetto and being the only one that wants something in life, to being here and believing the way I do, working the way I do, striving the way I do. I know it's nothing short of Jesus Christ, and I'm going to keep glorifying him worldwide. And one day I'm going to be champion of the world in the UFC in the highest level of fighting. And you know, just keep watching; it will come soon.
I don't have a doubt in your skill set. I believe your faith is something that is going to eventually drive you to that point. I don't think it's a matter of if. I think it's just a matter of when, my friend. I believe that you will accomplish this goal and you will get this feat. And keep doing things the way you're doing it, Tresean. Keep doing things the right way. Keep doing things through God, through your faith. Keep being the man who you are, and your goals will be accomplished, my friend.
Yes, sir. In Jesus' name, thank you.
Appreciate your time, my friend. We'll catch up more soon when you get a fight announcement. We'll have you back on here, have some fun, talk a little bit more crap, and enjoy your time, man. Have a good evening, good afternoon, and appreciate your time today, my friend.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me, man. God bless you.
It's always a pleasure, my friend. You have a good day.
You too.
All right, everyone. That was Tresean Gore, UFC middleweight. We were able to kind of enjoy him a little bit this evening, this afternoon, wherever you're catching us from, and talk a little fight game, talk a little bit about him, talk a little about his life, changes that he's made in his life. Could not appreciate his time anymore. Want to let him enjoy the rest of his evening. And get back to watching the amazing fights that are on and things of that nature. Guys, make sure you guys are giving Tresean a follow on social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, X, whatever it is. Show him love, show him some support. And other than that, it's another fun episode of the Real and the Rare. I'm Steve, and we will be back probably Sunday next week, but other than that, another one in the books. Make sure you guys are showing us love on all the social media platforms. If you haven't already, the QR code is up there. Go shoot us a subscribe on the YouTube channel. Getting close to 2,000 subscribers on there. Gonna get close to our next giveaway. Other than that, I'm Steve. This was another episode of the Real and the Rare. We will catch you guys in the rebounds, my friend. Peace on out.